I don't really know what everybody sees in Ghostbusters. I think the first Ghostbusters came out the year before I was born, and I didn't really grow up watching them. And I know the way that people talk about them, they have this like reverence for the material that I don't have. Like, I've seen the first one and it was okay, but like, I don't know, like I've never really been a fan of the franchise, right? I don't have any strong nostalgic attachments to it, and quite frankly, when I watched it, I didn't really see what the big hype was over it. And so that was the only Ghostbusters movie I saw, was the first one, and now here I am watching a sequel to a nostalgia sequel reboot, and I'm sitting here wondering, is it just for Ghostbusters fans at this point? Because like the entire film, it feels like it's just relying on you having a nostalgic connection for the characters that you're already seeing. And like all of the original Ghostbusters, aside from I can't even remember the actress. He was the director of the first one, and he was the actor, but he died. He's not in there obviously because he's dead, but all of the other original Ghostbusters are back. But it's like none of them really seems to be that into it, and like they get them all in uniform and stuff, but like literally they have them all show up in uniform just to pull a lever. Literally, that's all any of them does, except for Dan Aykroyd. Dan Aykroyd gets more to do in the movie, and it feels like he's the one who actually wants to be there. And I know that Dan Aykroyd is, I think he's a believer in a lot of the paranormal, like UFOs and ghosts and stuff like that. So like for him to do a movie like this, like he gets to talk about his, special interest. So I understand why he's in it. And like, he definitely feels like he's there because he cares about the material. And so like you get a lot from that. But then a lot of the other characters, they just feel like, yeah, I'm here for a paycheck. Finn Wolfhard, like, there's no reason for Finn Wolfhard to be in this movie except that people who like Stranger Things are more likely to go see this movie. They don't give his character anything to do, and he just kind of is playing, I don't know, like a sullen teenager who has just turned 18 and is trying to figure out what it means to be an adult, but like they didn't really do anything with that. There's other side characters who I guess were some of the kids that showed up in the last movie, which I didn't see, but like none of them are really built up. Like really the main character of this film is Phoebe, who is the younger sister of Finn Wolfhard's character, who has been benched as a Ghostbuster because she's 15. And so like the mayor is just like, yeah, you can't have her ghostbusting, she's a minor. And so it's her dealing with what does she do with her life when she's like clearly the most competent one at it, and she can't do it because of her age. And so like at least her character has a lot to do, but like Paul Rudd has like a little mini arc of like wanting to be like the stepdad to these kids, but not knowing exactly what the boundaries are and stuff like that. None of it really feels like it had any kind of a weight. I don't know how much of it is just me not caring about the source material, but like also I feel like that's a problem, right? Like if it's only being made for Ghostbusters fans, then like if you're a Ghostbusters fan, I guess go see it. But like if you don't care about the franchise, there's really no reason to go and see this one. And especially Bill Murray. Bill Murray was clearly just here for the paycheck. He's completely checked out the entire time. He gets, I think his line, like one of his few lines in the movie made it into the trailer, which was like, tall, dark, and horny at 12 o'clock. And like, he just says that like, yeah, I'm saying that just enough until you give me my paycheck. Yeah, I don't know. It seems cynical. It just feels like this is a name that people recognize. Let's throw $100 million at it, and maybe people will come and buy our movie tickets. The one thing that I did notice, and I'm going to bring this up again in my next review, but like I watched this movie and Godzilla x Kong back to back. And in both of these movies, there is a sequence where a tidal wave on a warm beach freezes over. That was weird to see two movies that are in theaters right now at the same time, both have the word Empire in their name, and both of them feature a frozen tidal wave sequence. I don't know. Like, it's one of those things like how Ants and A Bug's Life came out around the same time, or just like Deep Impact and Armageddon. I don't know, like Hollywood just has these things and like, oh, let's get this thing. Ooh, this person has this idea, let's do it first. Let's try and beat them to it. But yeah, like it's weird. somebody had to have known that was happening and put it in the other one. Like, it's too weird of a coincidence to be a coincidence, you know? Yeah, I can't recommend seeing this one. If you have strong nostalgia for Ghostbusters, like, and if you're really looking forward to the original Ghostbusters teaming back up, they really don't have anything to do. If you really like Dan Aykroyd's character, go see it. For him, sure, he's having fun in this movie and he's giving it his all. He's actually giving a proper performance. But for the most part, it just feels like a cynical, nostalgic cash-in, you know? Hey, thanks for watching. Your view means a lot. Don't forget to toss me a like and subscribe and ring the bell. And drop a comment below telling me what you thought of the video. I stream Mondays and Fridays at 5 p.m. Pacific, so catch me live and join in on the convo. You can find all my socials in the description below, and thank you to all my patrons with a very special shout out to my Whale Shark tier patrons Ryan D and James Knight, and my Anemone Friend tier patron Piftle Cakes. Your support means the world. Catch you next time.